fight against COVID-19 across all sectors in Taiwan. Tzu Chi volunteers in Thailand distribute daily necessities for the unemployed and vulnerable residents in need. Welcome to Dot Headlines. I'm Joyce Ho. Thank you for joining us. From private organizations to governmental agencies, all sectors in Taiwan have worked together for the national epidemic prevention measures since January this year. We visit Zhonghe District Office in New Taipei City today to look back upon the frontline prevention work for the past few months with the support of Taipei Tzu Chi volunteers.
I really look at the system every day. It's like a stock market, but different because the higher number, the worse off we are. We want to see lower numbers, and at our highest point, we had more than 1,000 people. At that time, our civil affairs section was too busy to respond to everyone.
What I worried about when doing this job is that my colleagues will be diagnosed with the virus. This would really be a big deal. Because of this pressure, I would see my colleagues in my dreams or nightmares, and that I would be diagnosed. Our chief of civil affairs section also had a dream that was quarantined alone at home.
They don't know that we are Tzu Chi volunteers because we are cooperating with the district office. We are serving the role as epidemic prevention volunteers. I have heard that one of the security guards talked to one of our cases and said that his residence in the building is making everyone in the whole building worry.
When they came back from the United States, everyone felt like they were god of plague.
In fact, I think that because of the epidemic, everyone is in danger and everyone wants to protect themselves and everyone wants to be safe. But the master has told us that, in fact, we need to make everyone safe and then we will be safe.
When the number of new people in home quarantine surged, on average, a clerk will send out about 7 or 8 packets of food a day. But our scooter can only hold up to 4 bags in front. So I was in and out of the office 3 times a day when it was busy. Of course, there will be some emotions. Everyone is like a small school, but every small school is so important as I am a servant of the people. I should go to serve the people. And sometimes when they give you positive feedback, you will think that it is definitely worth it.
Actually, I'm happy because I can help others everywhere I go. I'm not the one who is locked up for 14 days. Being able to help someone reminds me that I'm still useful.
And in Malaysia, Feng Shou-Ying's study in fashion design was disrupted by COVID-19. When she learned that Tzu Chi volunteers are making isolation gowns, she joined the sewing team, utilizing her expertise to help medical personnel through the pandemic.
At age 35, Feng Shou-Ying gave up her steady job to pursue her dream of becoming a fashion designer. She works part-time to sustain her living and earn her tuition. A few months ago, COVID-19 epidemic broke out, and she has faced more difficulties.
After the epidemic struck, I lost my job. I have to stay home for my lessons. There is also the movement restriction order. I did not want to waste time watching TV, and I felt that I should do something. But then, I saw that I could help people with my professional skills. So, I posted a message on Facebook saying if anyone needs help sewing masks or other items to be sent to the hospital, I can help out. I did not know how to find the right channel. I don't have an income, but I can help people with my skills.
Through Facebook, Feng Shou-Ying connected with Tzu Chi volunteers. She started sewing isolation gowns for medical personnel. She works with perseverance and passion to help people.
COVID-19 是没有人会想到会发生的。
No one imagined that COVID-19 epidemic would take place. During the critical time, we realized that isolation gowns are very important. We need many tailors to help our country. Every country faces the problem of shortage of medical supplies. We can help ourselves. We can produce these needed supplies, and it is very comforting to do so.
是一个很值得安慰的东西啊。
Cherishing the opportunity to give of herself, Fen Xiaowen also invited her teacher, who has 40-some years of tailoring experience, to join her.
所以我只能做这个罢了，也是。
I can only do this. You have given me the opportunity to help out. Sometimes I recite Buddha sutras, hoping that the patients will recover and the medical staff will be safe.
不要有事情啊。
Whether one's fighting the epidemic or pursuing his dream, as long as one works to benefit the public, his efforts are precious.
Was the Indonesian economy affected by the COVID-19 pandemic? Medan Tzu Chi volunteers are working with the police to distribute food and cloth masks to families in need.
In Kota Binjai, Tzu Chi is working with the local police to deliver 2,000 care packages filled with rice and instant noodles to the doorsteps of those in need. 70-year-old Marcini also received a reusable cloth mask from Tzu Chi.
Rasa sedih, Bu. Nggak apa-apa, Bu. Sedih lah, Bu, sedikit.
Written on each bag of rice is that it comes from Tzu Chi. We hope during this chaotic time we can help relieve the people's burden.
In Bukit Barisan, 200 military officers joined in to help distribute materials to the needy. Everyone follows the strict pandemic prevention measures and maintains a safe distance from one another.
To avoid contact, we have placed the 8 items on chairs in front of the person's house. We'll then bow and show our gratitude and respect.
We're not only giving out 8 items, but we're also helping to spread a message. We must remain healthy by staying at home. People must keep their distance from one another.
The pedicab drivers are also one of the main care recipients of Medan Tzu Chi volunteers. Most of the drivers have been forced to switch jobs.
The pandemic has put many people out of work. Some change to driving a pedicab for a living, but the pay isn't so good either because people are afraid of going out. They cannot make enough money to cover food and gas, let alone having the money to buy masks.
Sembako, ya mudah-mudahan tertolonglah untuk hari-hariannya.
Sending love to another is not bound by religion. The Indonesian Ulema Council of Medan partnered up with Tzu Chi to give out 500 care packages of 5 kilograms of rice and instant noodles.
On behalf of the Indonesian Ulema Council of Medan, I thank Tzu Chi for the assistance. These 8 items will be given to Quran teachers from 21 towns which have been hit hard by this pandemic.
In Dominican Republic, more than 10,000 cases have been confirmed for COVID-19. Although few in numbers, Tzu Chi volunteers continue to support the local communities. Medical supplies were delivered to 6 hospitals and clinics, while food packages were prepared in support of vulnerable families and a landfill site.
17 items including rice, cereals, cooking oil, and corn powders, etc. were placed into boxes before adding a Spanish Jingsi aphorism.
The Jingsi aphorism have changed their thinking, and maybe in the future it can change their lives.
Due to the epidemic, Dominican Republic has implemented movement restriction order. Despite that, Tzu Chi volunteers who are more than 70 years old insist on going out to purchase necessities.
They are still in need, so we will protect ourselves as much as we can, but still help them.
70 boxes of food were to be sent to the Scavengers Mountain to care for the impoverished families. The fire accident in May has also worsened their lives on top of the epidemic. With the help of local Catholic Church, they found the families who desperately need help. The distribution was held at 2 locations. Each location was with full protective measures for everyone to receive their aid safely.
Ahora mismo no hay trabajo. El trabajo está muy poco ahora. Estamos consiguiendo muy poca cosa. sabe que no había gran cosa, entonces con esa pandemia ahora se complicó la cosa más.
As soon as volunteers received the medical supplies, they were sent to 6 hospitals immediately.
One is a local children's hospital because many children in Dominican Republic were infected with COVID-19. On the other hand, we also sent to the 5th office because that's where they will go into the community to do case research and exams.
As a season to give thanks to mothers, local Taiwanese entrepreneurs also send orchids to cheer up the medical team.
We hope to send some medical supplies, but my brother thinks that we should also give them mental support.
There are not many volunteers in Dominican Republic, but the love to fight the epidemic together will never stop.
Due to the pandemic, Bangkok, Thailand has been under lockdown since the end of March, affecting many businesses and families. Thai Tzu Chi volunteers distributed daily supplies for unemployed residents in an industrial area. At the same time, others sought help from Tzu Chi through Facebook. Following assessment and evaluation, they received food packages at the Jingshi Hall. Let's take a look.
Thailand Tzu Chi volunteers deliver the daily supplies to each township and town.
We have seen you many times. We have worked together many times. You always come help us when we face difficulties.
Due to the epidemic, many stores cannot operate. In the industrial zone, many workers also lost their jobs. The 13-item daily supplies give the residents strength to overcome hardship.
It's very good. It's precious to have people help us.
I cannot go out to sell things, so I don't have income. The rice I received can lessen my burdens.
At the distribution, volunteers follow epidemic prevention measures. They also help the grandma with mobility issues to carry the supplies home.
Grandma, stay strong.
Meanwhile, city volunteers pay attention to the internet messages calling for help.
We organize the pictures and information for the executive team to assess if they can provide them with living supplies.
Simone Pim and her family were invited to receive food at the Jingshi Hall.
I'm very grateful. We face difficulties and do not know how to move forward. Tzu Chi has given us hope so that my family and children do not need to go hungry.
Tzu Shaos have also come to help with the distribution.
Due to COVID-19 epidemic, the school has closed, so I have time and want to help other people at the distribution.
The volunteers are joyful to provide aid supplies to people in need. They hope everyone can get through the critical time safely.
With over 98,000 deaths, the novel coronavirus pandemic is still severe in the United States. Following the production of cloth masks, Northern California volunteers started making medical caps at home. Apart from providing to the hospitals in San Jose, some were delivered to Elmhurst Hospital in New York. A total of 1,500 caps have been donated to date.
Okay, 10 yards.
We have to choose cotton fabric. As the material is lighter and thinner, they will become more breathable and comfortable to wear. Now we have an order of almost 800 caps, so we need a lot of fabrics. Because a piece of cloth of about 10 yards can only be cut into 40 caps.
It is good to have something to do as we all stay at home, so we are pretty happy doing this.
This order seems quite a lot. We have only 10 or so volunteers, ranging from the youngest 40 to 50 years old to the eldest 70 to 80 years old.
The most difficult part is that as it is round, it is not easy to sew different pieces of cloth together.
The main difficulty is that I have not done this before, so everything is a new experience to me, so I learn while doing.
Everyone's just like a little ant, but if everyone does this job well, then combining every bit together, we can have a big accomplishment.
We also have the disposable protective caps, but the hospital does not recommend us to use it as it would increase the risk of infection. Especially when we leave every patient ward, the virus may spread as we take off the disposable cap every time. The fabric cap can protect our hair from contamination by bacteria or virus. We take it off after work, so we can use a new fabric cap every day. When I bring the fabric cap to the hospital, everyone also likes it.
When the outbreak began, I was really terrified to see the data from Elmhurst Hospital, so I was very worried about my daughter. However, it is impossible to ask her to quit the job because it's too dangerous. However, to think it the other way, I should be pleased for her to have this opportunity to give of herself.
Every day I see different people use those handmade fabric caps. I feel very grateful for all the people who helped us.
Thank you so very much to Tzu Chi for your amazing donations, all of your hard work. We love these and appreciate them so much, and we just truly couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much.
Taipei Tzu Chi volunteer Lin Zhihui often shares her homemade snacks at Jing Si halls and Tzu Chi events. The snacks were so popular that recipes were often asked for. She was invited to teach vegetarian cooking classes in the community.
Lin Zhihui shares her recipes to encourage everyone to cook vegetarian dishes.
I've been eating a vegetarian diet for 47 years. And I've continued to find out how to make the vegetarian food more delicious, so everyone will enjoy it.
She often chose original food and fresh veggies as cooking ingredients. She also followed the trend and studied how to make the new pork dishes. Though she's over 80 years old, she's often invited by different communities to show her cooking.
Although I'm 81 years old this year, I must not waste my time. I don't really know if I will still be breathing tomorrow, and nobody knows what will happen in the future. So I want to spend every day wisely.
Everyone who has tasted the fried noodle pancake praised about it. Though the cooking process was time-consuming, Lin Zhihui demonstrated how to make it successfully, which has attracted many housewives and young people to join the vegetarian diet.
At first, I thought that eating animal meats was not a wrong act because we're getting proteins from it. But when I started to study Buddhism, I realized that we shouldn't put our needs on top of others' pain.
In this internet era, many can learn to cook right away, making vegetarian diets much easier to adopt.
With the Council of Agriculture encouraging transformation of the traditional egg farming industry, an egg farmer in Taiwan employed a high-tech monitoring system and a closed production framework. Follow our report as we learn more about egg production and important innovations in food safety.
This reporter has to put on a full set of protective clothing, and later, after the shoes are disinfected, there's yet another layer of protective covers. These high-standard anti-epidemic measures are needed to enter the closed-type egg farm in Erling, Zhanghua.
整个鸡舍的电脑系统都是在这边控制。
Germany introduced the smart system that monitors the temperature, humidity, and carbon dioxide concentration of the facility. When the computer detects an abnormality, it will start the fans. The overall environment is well ventilated. There are nearly 50,000 laying hens here, but no smell like a traditional chicken farm.
上面拉空气进来。
Up there, it pulls the air in and ensures good circulation with fresh air mixing hot air and cold air. This makes the environment for the hens more comfortable as ventilation is very important.
Egg farmer Tzu Chi has been raising layer hens for more than 30 years. In the past, he used traditional farming methods and worked in poorly ventilated environments for a long time. He inhaled too much chicken excrement, with both his mother and sister dying from lung cancers. 5 years ago, he decided to spend more than $300,000 to build a modern chicken coop. This closed environment with special water cooling system and fans is completely sealed, so wild birds cannot fly in and rats cannot enter either. Such effective prevention and control measures prevent infectious diseases such as bird flu and keep the place cool even in the summer.
The body temperature of the chicken is 38.5 degrees Celsius, so the chickens are very afraid of the heat every day as if they are wearing a sweater. If it's hot and they can't eat at all, they will continue to constantly drink water, so the quality of the egg will not be good. The summer is the worst time for egg production.
Chicken excrement can be automatically transported out of the facility and into trucks of subcontractors who take it away for additional processing to make fertilizer. Due to the coronavirus, more people have been cooking at home. In the first half of the year, demand has surged with the average retail price around $1.20, but Chen's eggs sell for much more. Bathing the eggs with clean water and then automatically sorting by size and packaging, it is ready for commercial sale. The Council of Agriculture originally planned to promote comprehensive washing of eggs in 2020. However, at present, more than 80% of domestic egg industry are still very much a traditional industry, cannot reach such standards, so the policy was postponed. Washing eggs looks safe and hygienic, but many in the industry have their own opinions.
When eggs are produced, they are wet, and just like when women give birth to children, there is some lubricating moisture. When the eggs come down, they accumulate some dust and bacteria on them, and some molds as well as stool, making them dirty.
The eggs we see in Europe are not washed. Why is this? Because after they are washed, the egg loses its protective coating, and it must be treated with a preservative, so it can be kept longer. So we still hope that you wash it when you want to cook it.
There are hundreds of kinds of eggs available on the market for consumers who must try to remember to seek opportunities to trace the production of eggs. In addition to choosing the environment for laying hens, how does one choose high-quality eggs?
Buy smooth and hard eggs. If the eggshell is too rough, this means that there is not enough calcium. Maybe it was born from an old hen or a sick or malnourished hen.
Take this egg and shake it like this. If there's a liquid sound, it may not be fresh. If you don't have any sound to shake the egg, it means that the egg is very fresh.
Experts also remind the public that egg storage should be carefully carried out. The pointed end should be down and the blunt end up because the air chambers at the blunt end and keeping it up can let the eggs breathe fresh air. In addition, if a toothpick can remain upright when inserted into an egg yolk, this means that the density of the egg yolk is high and the egg is fresh. Washed eggs should be eaten within the expiry date, and the bulk purchased eggs should be eaten within 2 weeks. The more that you know about eggs and their production, the better you are in protecting your health and fully able to appreciate the joy of fresh eggs.
With the arrival of the graduation season, Tzu Chi volunteers prepared good luck gifts for the students at Daren Junior High School for their final exams. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.